Today's podcast is brought to you by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, well, let me explain. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free. It has creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many other platforms. You don't even have to think about it. You just load up your podcast, you drop it in, you tweak it, you add ads. You can make money from your podcast. There's no minimum listenership either. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Club Cool puts the podcast out on Anchor. So do all the other Wash Media podcasts. And we've done this from other platforms. Nothing is as seamless or pretty or easy or just, perfect for putting out a podcast. So check out Anchor. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Welcome to the club.
Hey everybody, welcome back for another edition of the Club Cool podcast. I'm your host, Barrett Dudley, and I'm joined in the studio on this lovely Wednesday, as always, by Mr. Phil Battaglia. Phil,
Hi.
What's poppin'?
Chilling.
Just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just enjoying the week.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So far, so good.
Yeah,
Cooled off a little bit.
just a touch, just a hair, but it's noticeable. I swear.
Yeah.
3 degrees here is it's noticeable. I want to pick up today pretty much right where we left off because we did leave a few things on the table. We ran up on time and we just kind of a couple things slipped our minds as we were talking about Californian vacations and some of the things that we did out there. The first thing that I did feel like I had to mention is that we were talking about pricing and the cost of things
Yes.
and
Did
right.
you find
and
out some information?
No, I didn't find out any information. What I had one listener said that his friend that moved to Texas was like, it's cheaper in Texas. That's all. That's basically all he had to say. And to that end, I did want to point out that while returning my Turo, my rental car from Turo, I did fill up a little bit of gas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was sticker shock.
Yeah.
I've never seen an $8 gallon of gas.
$8 gallon?
Something like that.
Fuck.
$6.75, $7, somewhere in that range.
I was paying around like $5, and that was quite shocking.
Yeah, this was smack dab in the middle of San Diego, so it's probably very inflated. And I know LA has it bad too. And LA is a driving city. That is we know that because all anybody wants to talk about is the traffic. So we are very blessed in Texas to have cheap gas, pretty much the cheapest anywhere in the country outside of like Alaska, I think. So want to throw that out there. And then I wanted to hear a little recap. You did actually have a vegetarian meal that you wanted to tell a little bit about at the I'm not going to even try to say it.
Presqu'île.
The Presqu'île Winery.
That's probably wrong, too. It was great. Yeah, I can't believe I glanced over that last time. So the wine was good. The meal was great. And the winery that we were at prior to going there, the lady that was doing our tasting said, "Are you signed up for the food?" And I was like, "I think I am." It was so long ago. And she said, "You have to. You have to have the food." They have this French chef. And she was right. And I thankfully signed up for a little taster of their vegetarian options. And, excuse me, it was just a smorgasbord, Barrett. Gazpacho, which I'm usually not a fan of. They start you off with gazpacho. Beautiful, great, nice little palate cleanser.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is.
Did it come in a shot glass? It was just one sip of gazpacho?
It did. It came in a little bit larger. It was like probably 4 ounce, 5 ounce.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just take you around, their different offerings. And it was just, it was nice to have that outside. The beach was in the distance. You still get that cool breeze, sipping nice wine.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did you sign up for this winery's
No.
shipments?
No.
Did you sign up for any vineyards or
I
winery
did.
shipments?
No, I ordered wine. It wasn't the hard close like you get in Napa and Sonoma.
Okay.
In Napa
Or in Fredericksburg?
Oh, right.
Shouts to Becker Vineyards.
Yeah, did they get you?
Oh, they got me.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm the easiest mark ever.
Uh-huh.
like three half glasses of wine or whatever it is. It's always
sign me up.
It's
Whatever
always,
you're selling,
and whatever. I mean,
especially if the experience is nice.
they're damn near full glasses of wine when you're tasting at some of these places. You know what I mean? And like, no, maybe you are better about this, but I'm not spitting anything out.
No, I'm not either. I'm really bad about that, as a matter of fact.
So, like I get a little buzz going, and I am, oh, that sounds great. Oh, the wine is so good. Oh, this price, this is
you can't beat this
you
price.
Can't beat this price. Why would I not want this delicious wine from this amazing experience just showing up to my door every month for this attractive price right here?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. If there's no budgetary restraints and it works out for you, it's a great deal. Honestly, for good wine to have it. Yeah. Their new releases that don't make it to retail, that would be great. I would love that. But that didn't happen on this trip. But we did order some wine from Peak, and I can't wait for it to get here. They're not shipping until the weather's correct.
That is smart. Yeah. Even Becker, I think, like basically takes off July and August.
Yeah.
They're just not going to ship you wine in this type of heat.
That'll be no good. And that's happened to me before with a couple bottles that were in my coworker's car for an extended period of time and it was hot. The cork will actually start working its way out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like start peaking up.
Yeah.
Because the wine is like cooking.
Well, I look forward to October when you're on your phone monitoring your wine delivery, hoping that nobody steals it off your porch on the Ring camera.
We'll be looking forward to that. Now that's something I would be furious about. They can have the laptop.
One other thing that I wanted to touch on this is a two-parter. The first thing we on Monday night. I don't know if I kind of mentioned this, but we kind of went in just very minimal planning, reservations, anything like that. I just kind of flew by the seat of my pants on this one. And so Monday night, our last night in San Diego rolled around, and we kind of thought that we would just have our pick of like restaurants to kind of easily go in, hang out, sit down. Didn't think Monday night would be an issue. So we went to one of San Diego's more sceney Italian restaurants in Little Italy, which is a pretty bustling area. But I don't know, it's not like there's like tons of nightclubs or anything around. But it is a busy, hopping area. This Italian place called Barbusa on a Monday night. And we walked in, and Phil, I swear to God, I don't know if there's a place in Austin that is as hopping as Barbusa was on a Monday on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, it was packed to the brim.
Yeah.
They told me an hour 45 wait for a table.
For two?
Yes.
A two.
They are just like thumping Justin Bieber music with like heavy bass. There are dudes at the bar. There's like a whole group of guys, and they seemed like locals. I don't think it was like a bachelor party or anything. They were just getting down and dirty on a Monday night. They're like ripping shots. They're going drink after drink after drink. I mean, it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. And so I know part of this is we've mentioned this before. Reservations are just really, really hard to get right now. Not everywhere is back to full capacity, and even if they are, they're having a hard time staffing still. It's just everything is still like picking back up to full steam, and everybody is just out there riding around and getting it, like trying to get back out there and hit their favorite restaurants and go to dinners, and they want to. Everybody wants to get back out there at the same time, essentially, right? So we're having this bottleneck where. I mean, you can't get a reservation at Sammy's or Abba here.
Shit.
Right?
I tried.
Yeah.
Not for like a year.
Yeah.
It's Sammy's.
Oh, it's
forget it, man.
Well, I saw Will DeFries tweeting about how he took the 11. He was the guy that took the 11:30 reservation. Yeah.
That's a thing. So wait, when do they close?
I guess not until I think they take.
Midnight?
I think their last reservation is 11:45.
Yeah.
I think you can take an 11:45 resi at Sammy's.
He did it. Okay.
I think he got bumped up. They called and they were able to bump him up to like 9:45.
Okay. I'm okay with that, but the 11 scares the shit out of me.
But 11 is tough. It's just who's gonna make you gotta like. That requires so much prep. I gotta think about I can't be in the house before that, or else I'll never leave.
Right.
So you gotta go plan what you're gonna do when do you eat lunch for an 11:45 reservation? Like 5?
Well, they're on West 6, so they I guess they're planning on people just
Maybe some late,
coming
yeah.
down the street, bopping around.
True. Anyway, so all of that to say, I just think that because it is so difficult to go anywhere, it would seem, and I've seen people talk about this, not just in Austin and San Diego, but like all over the country. This is an issue at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's pushing people to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the nights.
Fuck it.
It's not just Thursday, Sunday,
Yeah.
through Sunday anymore. Now all the other ones are big nights too. And so we ended up sitting at the bar. We still stood there like hovering like vultures for a half hour before we were able to get bar seats. And I we were talking to the bartender, and she's like, "Yeah, this is kind of our new normal. It's just like Mondays are like this."
Wow.
And
Is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday the same thing?
yeah, she said this is pretty much every night, but yeah, like Mondays are like this now too. And so, that was interesting, and that was a thing. The second part of this is I walked into Barbusa. Like I said, everybody's dressed up. They're having a good time, loud music. Got drink. The drinks are flowing like wine. And there was one drink that I noticed on a lot of tables. And I was pretty sure I knew what it was, but I had to confirm with the bartender. It was an espresso martini.
Yeah. Never had one.
Okay, well, the next time that we go out together, we're going somewhere where we can get some espresso martinis, because this is a thing. There was an article just this week in the New York Times about how the espresso martini is literally back and it's everywhere. And I got to give a special shout to a friend. He probably won't hear this. I don't think he listens to the podcast, but I do have a friend, a close friend who lives in San Francisco that has been on this espresso martini wave for many, 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 many years now.
Wow.
This has been like he kind of eschewed the Red Bull vodka for the espresso martini. And that's what this is. This is a classed up Red Bull vodka.
Yeah.
This is so that you don't have to drink battery acid, fluorescent yellow, highball glass.
Right.
You can go up in a nice coupe with a little chilled, special, fancy looking drink and think you're being classy, while little espresso bean garnish, while amping up your energy as well as your buzz.
I cannot imagine having 2 of those. I can't imagine having one, because if I drink coffee past like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock,
yeah,
forget it. I'm up all night.
Yeah, but this is the thing, Phil. You're bringing it down with the alcohol.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, you know what? I'll try it.
The truth is, it's a light form of speedballing, is what
Yeah.
it is.
Fun. I'm down.
We'll get some early,
Yeah.
We'll put you in on one at like
For our 5:45 reservation at wherever.
yeah.
We talked about this
6:15.
weekend is Red Lobster. We're going to Red Lobster. We're going to bring back the chains. We're going to Applebee's. We're going to Chili's.
Yeah.
What's over here? Olive Garden. I'm going to all of them. You know why? Because you can get in. You can have a good time when you're here.
Your family.
Your family.
Yeah, you're gonna like the way you look
That's right.
at those places.
But I'll let this go after this. But I just pulled up a picture of my beautiful spread at the Presqu'île Winery. Mm-hmm. And I didn't forget, but this, I'm a hummus guy.
Yeah, okay.
You know that?
What's your favorite hummus?
The jalapeno hummus from Whole Foods.
Okay.
It goes hard. And then the hash chili from Central Market, the roasted red pepper from Central Market, the lemon from Whole Foods, Grandma's hummus.
Okay, I was waiting for you to mention Grandma's
Yeah.
hummus, or you were going to lose all hummus credibility if you did not have that one on your list.
Grandma's is great.
It's the best. That's
it's not
the
as good
best.
as this.
Well, that looks homemade, Phil.
It is. It's white bean hummus, and in the middle is a little cup of, they've hollowed it out with great olive oil, some spices, and get this, charred leek. That's right. Charred leeks.
Well, okay.
And then they scrape the char into that into the olive oil mixture with a little bit of citrus.
I like this.
Woo! Inject that straight into my veins.
I like a char. I like a good char.
Do you?
We had some. I went to the prepped counter, the pre
Pre-prepped.
the pre-prepared, the prepared foods counter at Central Market. They had the corn. It was like the street corn style.
Yeah.
And a nice char on the corn.
Yes. Was it already decobbed?
No.
Still not.
But I like eating it off the cob.
You do, okay.
Yeah, I know that's I don't know what the majority is there, but I like going right off cob.
It's got more moisture to it, I feel.
Yeah.
I could go either way though. If you have it on the cob and then you're doing the slicing, great. But if it's been pre-sliced off cob, sitting there,
That's right.
pretty dry.
Yeah.
You can rehydrate
True.
olive oil, butter.
Right. Yeah.
This is now a cooking show.
It's a cooking and a surfing show.
Oh, okay, we're gonna get into some surfing.
Yeah, because I'll tell you about how I won the the battle at Big Bend this past weekend. It's a big surfing tournament. You haven't heard of it? Oh,
No.
That's weird. Guess you're not into surfing. Anyway, so Espresso Martinis are back. Restaurants are hopping during the week, so any night can be a weekend at this point. I do feel like that's also part of it. I think that pandemic life,
Yeah.
it all started to blur together, and unless you're back in the office every single day, grinding it out, there is still some of that like sense that it's like, okay, well the weekends maybe you don't necessarily have to do the work, but it's just like, I don't know, it's all kind of a mashup at this point.
Yeah,
for
I'm
me.
pent up. You know, I'll do a lot of things. You know, I'll say yes to a lot of.
Well,
plans.
it's the year of yes.
It is the year of yes.
It's hashtag year of yes. I don't think I've talked about that on the podcast, but I have essentially signed a contract with myself.
Okay.
For the year of 2021 here, where I won't say no to a social engagement.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So if you're
unless you're already pre-booked.
Unless I'm pre-booked.
Double booked.
Yeah, but I will try to fit in both. That's how
You'll double book.
That's how committed I am.
Wow.
I'll try to do both.
Okay.
But so if you're ever like, man, God, we got to go out to dinner this
Yeah.
weekend. I've been
Something.
at home too long, and it's last minute. You're like, who is possibly going to answer the call at like 8:45 on a Friday night? Like, it's
Barrett Dudley.
It's me.
Okay.
That's who it is. Unless I'm already unless I have food in front of me, unless I'm eating corn off the cob right at that moment.
Yeah, right.
And even then, I mean,
Yeah,
who
you
knows?
might finish the cob.
I might finish the cob, throw the rest in a Tupperware, and
hit West 6.
it was 6.
Because I tell you what, I'm not going to East 6.
No.
You might get got.
Yeah. Kevlar vest necessary
Yes.
these days. Okay. Let's see. Did you do anything fun for Father's Day?
You know, we didn't.
Dog Father's Day.
Yeah, no. I am the dog
You
father.
are the dog father.
No, we chilled.
All right. How about a little show and tell? But first, let's take a quick break and hear from a sponsor or two. Okay, Phil. We are back. I have a bit of a show and tell for you today. I've been on a streak of very medium W's.
Oh, wow. This
So
is good. I don't
I-
even know what's in the box.
I hit a sneakers pass. Remember when I was out of
Yeah.
town? I tried to get you on the green dunk
That
sneakers
was
pass.
that was a W for you.
No, I know I couldn't do it. I wasn't in the zone.
Oh, that's right.
But then the following week, I got a much less interesting sneakers pass for the Fusion Red Jordan 1s. Did you see those?
No.
They're kind of pink. They're kind of yellow. I don't. They actually are kind of tight in person. And they don't really. They're not really reselling for anything. So I just kind of have them stashed, and I might just hang on to them because, you know,
So you copped?
they're kind of wild.
Those aren't bad.
Kind of McDonald's
Yeah.
vibes, but this red is a little bit more pink in person, and I also think that this is the exact color blocking of a Chicago Jordan 1.
Mm-hmm.
So if I hang on to them and then decide, you know what, this is just too funky, I might try to do a little DIY and paint all the yellow black and basically have like an almost Chicago. So I got those via a sneakers pass where you go and you reserve, you go in a store, and you get them.
How was it?
Very exciting. It's the instant gratification of being able to go into the store and pick up a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Because like we've just never had that.
Yeah.
For as long as we've been on the chase for any of this shit, it's been online exclusively.
Right.
Right. We had our mall experience attempting to go for the Fear of God Vans.
What a disaster.
4 years ago or whenever that was. But that, like that's not what you want. This takes away the line,
Yeah.
but brings back the in-person experience and kind of that high of having somebody hand you the box of shoes. Then I hit a manual W on these undefeated dunks. Again, they're all right. I'm probably just going to sell them immediately because this, I don't know, all the texture, they're just not for me.
Nah.
Not that interested in them. But this is, I'm going to net like $40 or $50 on these.
Okay.
So again, not like a big deal. And then Sneakers sent me early access to the neutral gray Jordan 1 lows, and that's what I have here.
Wow. Open them up.
This is the second time that I've gotten one of these new Nike boxes, by the way. This is apparently like this is part of their green initiative. They're offsetting 100% of the carbon emissions for this shipment. This box is a real piece of shit. And and it came in like this is basically how it came, and
Look at that.
It's so hot that this is actually more sealed than it was on the doorstep today. This is it, but like people it was more like that, and some of these shoes are going to fly out of the box if you know what I mean.
And look, there's their resealable.
And
I bet that doesn't work.
So
You're going to stick your own packaging on
there.
there.
They're not as good. They're a little bit flimsier. I think people are going to have some shoes go missing is what I'm saying here. Like, look at this. You can just pop that right open. There's not even any tape.
That's no good.
You don't like that. I don't like that.
No.
You don't like that either.
I don't either. Tell me what I don't like.
All right. So here's these. The highs of these released earlier this year. People are all like, this colorway is a 1985 original. It's one of the original colorways that the Jordan 1 released in.
Wow, it's all white.
So people were all big on it. I think it's kind of boring as shit, and you know that I don't like white shoes really. But when Sneakers gives you early access to something, you have to take it.
Yeah.
You have to tell the algorithm, if you give me early access to something, I will then give you my money.
They're like, this dude will buy anything.
So again, I got the early access and I got these and they're again, I can sell and maybe make $15.
Oh, perfect.
But I don't know. What do you think about these? You're more of a white shoe guy than I am.
Yeah, I know, but see, I regret my most recent white shoe experience. And these are surprisingly softer than the Vejas.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Yeah. But I like that the this is getting close for me. Like, I like the gray outsole and I like the gray swoosh. They come with a set of gray laces.
Randy, you're wearing all whites. What do you think? You'd wear these?
But
he has no words. He is nodding yes.
And showing us his all white shoes. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, when I look at this, I almost would just rather have an Air Force One.
Yeah, right. It's very similar.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know what I'm getting out of this. It's a little too low profile almost.
Would you like it more if it had that big chunky foam tongue like they're doing on some of these?
Nah.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. The other thing
gray
is,
laces.
Yeah, they come with the gray laces. There's all sorts of they're Nike QC has been knocked before. Like, look at that scuff right there. You see that?
No.
Like, I don't even know if StockX is going to take these. How about this little mark right here? See that one?
Man, you've got the scuff eye. Yeah, I see it.
You think they're going to turn these down if I try to sell these to StockX?
That would be shitty of them because they've obviously never been worn.
Right. So, yeah.
Woo, get a whiff in there. Go ahead.
Oh, no,
Get
the
your
whiff is good. I dig. I love that.
Yeah, that's good.
That part is perfect.
Fresh glue. And other chemicals.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But so, just like all these just really like kind of boring little pickups here, none of which I really wanted all that bad. But I guess that's what Nike. That's Nike's hooks in me, right?
They got you.
That they have me willing to go through this dumb little process of copping just because I feel like I have to if I get in.
I'm convinced that I'll never own a pair of Dunks unless it's like an aftermarket.
Oh, dude, I continue to go for the regular Dunks on Sneakers app.
Yeah.
I'm over. Still nothing. Absolutely.
The
nothing.
only ones that you've copped that were somewhat hyped was at the skate shop, right?
Yeah, through so that was right at the beginning of the craze, and so they and pre-Pandy, so they dropped those. They dropped a gram about them, and I made it to the store within minutes and was able to pick up. And then I hit a raffle for another pair of SBs through CCS, which is insane. That's I'm not sure how that happened, but the regular non-SB dunks, all the ones like the Spartan greens, all that type of stuff, like no, I have not hit a single one. But I think there might be more sneakers passes coming up. So hopefully the Austin store continues to be a location, because that seemed pretty easy as long as you were on top of it.
What's the process? So does that come through the sneakers app as a notification?
Yeah. So,
okay.
And that kind of leads me to the next thing here, just talking about sneakers. Hype Beast, I want to say. Yeah. Highsnobiety, dropped a little column today. Hot take on the sneaker industry. They are saying that the sneaker industry is collaborating itself to death. You think there are too many collaborations? Is that something that you think is are collaborations killing the sneaker game? Are they bad? Are they good?
I don't see any downside to it. The people that collaborate themselves to death is supreme.
Yeah.
They'll collaborate with like Camelback.
I thought it was an interesting headline, because I almost don't differentiate anymore.
Right. I don't care who they're collaborating with as long as I like the way it looks.
So a collaboration really doesn't. That just means that essentially means a new colorway to me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, MA is doing the 550 collaboration. Okay, I'm going to get a different spin on this 550, and then there's all the general release colorways as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Virgil's doing a dunk. Okay, it's going to be a different colorway, and I'm going to get the cord thing on top. I don't know. Like, it doesn't. I know that collaborations were maybe initially like a big boost, right? Like we talked about last week, like the beginning of the 10 with Nike, and when Travis Scott does a Nike thing. But I don't necessarily think that a collaboration makes a sneaker great or more hype worthy, or a non-collaboration means it's not. It's kind of all in the same.
Yeah.
To me at this point, it just is what it's just part of the whole industry. Some sneakers are just exclusively through a brand. The others are done in collaboration with either a designer or a brand or a celebrity or a rapper, athlete, whatever it is. I don't necessarily think that collaboration is what is wrong with the current state of the.
What was their
the
argument?
world.
Like that it's just unnecessary, or?
Yeah, I think the main takeaway was that collaboration at one point felt very special.
Oh, right.
That was like a big boost. It was like, oh, this collaboration, this is new and different because if it's a collaboration, it's making this a big deal. And that there was typically behind those collaborations, there was more thought, more vision, more care taken, more purpose. And now it's like, I think one of the things they point out is the this upcoming, it's Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 Low.
Yeah.
Have you seen this thing? The blue and black and with the reverse swoosh. So
I like it.
But it's like, what's the point of that collaboration other than building up the hype machine?
Yeah, that's it. That is the point.
Yes.
More hype.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to add somebody else on top of that.
So that I think that was like, it's just not serving anything anymore. But that's kind of what I'm saying. I don't expect it to.
Nah.
It's just another tool in the workshop for these brands.
Those are cool.
Yeah, I mean they look pretty rad. Mm-hmm. You know what the thing here is, obviously I would try to go for these because if I don't like them, they'll make me $1,000 instead of $25 here. But I don't know if you have this blue, black, and white like this. Royal blue, black, and white are my high school colors.
Oh.
And therefore I cannot wear that color combination.
Yeah.
I won't do it. I put it on and I feel like I am, back at Westside cheering on the Wolves.
You could be. Strap those on, go to a game.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. I can't do. I have the same thing. I have kind of the same thing with burnt orange stuff. Like I love Air Max 1 Curries. Love that colorway, but it's like burnt orange through and through. And it's like, I don't know. There are just very specific times when I want to put on school colors. So I don't know. I can't do the blue. Don't generally go for the royal blue, black, and white combos. But yeah, that's over on Highsnobiety.com if you want to read more about that. And another big collaboration, you see this Union Jordan, the new Jordan, Union Jordan 4s, the second two colorways that are all hike and trail oriented. Tent and trail, I think is what they're calling this, is the collection.
It's terrible.
You don't like these?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
I'm a fan.
Those look just like those other ones that you didn't like but still bought.
Which ones?
They look just like this. When was that? That was months ago. There, those.
These, the black, the first two. This was the first two.
Oh, okay.
Now these are out. Now these are releasing.
Yeah. They're terrible.
These two, the original two, well, once again we got that royal blue and black colorway, which like I just said, don't really love. And then the guava pink, I don't know. This one, they did the vintage soles, which I thought looked funny with the black and the blue and the pink and the blue.
What'd you do with those?
No, I didn't. Oh, no. I didn't get a pair of the Jordan 4s, though.
Oh, okay.
I got the other ones.
Yeah, what'd you do
because I
with
thought I
those?
was being slick. even though I should have just gone for one of the pairs of 4s because everybody that went for them pretty much got them. It was a very they executed well on the no bot release for those Union 4s. Oh, I sold them.
Good.
And I made $7 or whatever it was. And it was
Damn.
It was very dumb.
Well, go for those then. We'll see what happens.
These just seem. This is, I just said the word vision. I see the vision here more clearly. This is like very much like ACG style Nike colors. So that's cool to me to put that type of color mix on this Jordan 4. They didn't try to go too heavy on the aged midsole here, which I appreciate. And I just think these two work better for this kind of like recalibrated, retooled Jordan 4 silhouette. So I'm into these more. I think they're more fun, and I think they're a little more wearable, frankly, despite being pretty loud. Let's see. What else do we have on the docket? We got a couple more things, but you know what? Let's take a quick break, one more quick break, and hear from another of today's sponsors. Hey, wouldn't it be great if there were a pocket-sized guide that helped you sleep, focus, act, and just be better? Well, there is. And if you have 10 minutes, Headspace can change your life. That's right. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Headspace app. Headspace is your daily dose of mindfulness in the form of guided meditations and an easy-to-use app. But it can do so much else for you as well. Do you need some help falling asleep? Headspace has wind-down sessions that their members swear by. And for parents, Headspace even has morning meditations that you can do with your kids. There are workouts. There are music playlists on here curated by John Legend. So whatever the situation, Headspace really can help you. It can help you feel better, whether you're overwhelmed or you need better sleep. Whatever it is, Headspace has you covered. It's backed by 25 published studies on its benefits and 600,000 five-star reviews. Plus, it has over 60 million downloads. Can't argue with those numbers. Headspace makes it easy for you to build a life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime, anywhere. I love this thing, man. It's nice to have it right in your pocket. You just pull it out, carve out a few minutes of your day, anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes or more, 10, 15, 20, whatever works for you. It's just nice to get recentered and kind of put all the worries of the day or the week or the month or the year, outside of your head and just focus on yourself. Give yourself that time. You deserve to feel happier, and Headspace is meditation made simple. So go to headspace.com/clubcool. That's headspace.com/clubcool for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. This is the best deal offered right now. Don't need to look around. Just head straight to headspace.com/clubcool today. All right, Phil, I wanted to pick your brain on a couple more things here. I'll use the sneakers as a segue. The term, the phrase, which I believe was originated on another podcast, the post sneaker world, it has infiltrated the men's style sphere, if you will. See it mentioned all the time now in columns and articles in GQ and wherever else. And it has typically referred to seemingly the rise of things like loafers, and then Clarks and Wallabies, and then kind of like the water shoes and the Crocs and the Yeezy foams and that type of stuff kind of came next. But boots, are out there as an alternative as well. But I saw a tweet that referenced several images from runway shows, I think both fall 2021 and spring 2022, basically begging the question, is the post-sneaker world in men's fashion ready for men's Mary Janes? Now, that's exactly what it sounds like. It is the young ladies' church shoe, as seen here, as you'll recognize here or here, but for the men.
Ah, yes.
Here's a Doc Marten version right here, available on Urban Outfitters. Are we closing up shop here, and are you racing out to buy yourself a pair?
No.
Out. So you think you are out on this section, on this sector of the post sneaker world?
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you in?
I won't lie. By the way, if anybody sees that tweet, if anybody sees a tweet referring to the men's Mary Jane movement, it's got like a meme. There's a meme on it. I cannot find it for the life of me.
We put a lot. We had everybody, all hands on deck, looking for this.
We did. I looked
all
for
of Wash Media.
Yeah, and we had some time to kill right before this podcast. I looked far and long for it, and I could not recover it.
Yeah.
So if you see it, if you know who tweeted it or where it was, please let me know. Because it had better options than the ones that I'm able to pull up on Google right now. If you're watching on Wash Media, youtube.com/Wash Media. Here's why I might be in. Because this has big Bodie vibes to me. That's why. There was I'll pull up the Bodie house shoe for reference, but
Harry Styles will be in these.
Oh, he's
shortly.
already been in them.
He is, okay.
Yeah, there is. I think there may have already been a Gucci version that he's been seen in. You know what I mean? Like this is close already.
Yeah.
It's almost just like the cutout is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so if I'm gonna move into some type of
keep that there,
dainty house slipper like this.
Okay.
Then maybe I'm okay with this with maybe a slightly fuller shape and a little leather cutout.
Well, I hope that everybody's watching on youtube.com/Wash Media and can see this image. And then what I want, the next step is Google Tim and Eric's Petite Feet. It's a song. You don't have to play it, but it's absolutely perfect.
And this is about men with small feet?
Yeah. That's the first thing that popped in my head.
This is it right here.
Yeah, it's a whole video. It's a song that they do, and it is it's a hit.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
You need to check it out.
I'm going to. Let's see. Harry Styles, men's Mary Janes. Let's see if we can grab his photo here. I know he was in them. Okay, here's one of the runway pieces right here. This is, and you could talk me into this. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I have a really hard time with the penny loafers.
Yeah.
Every time I slip on a pair of penny loafers, something feels off. I feel too much like I'm trying to do like a rich dude thing or something.
Like a driver.
Like I don't know what it is, but I slip them on. And I feel like I'm just like outside of myself. I feel like it's almost costume wear to me. And it just feels a little douchey.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not putting this on anybody else because the other people pulled them off and look fantastic in them, and I love it. And maybe I just don't have the right shorts or the right pants or whatever it is to carry them off in the modern way. But when I put them on, I just cannot get that idea out of my head that I'm being some like louche East Coast wasp douche or something.
That's the way I feel about like the deal sleds.
Yeah. So that's what it is for me right now. This is so much more distinct. This is so,
Hit the one with the green, like in the middle, the 3 shots. Go down.
Right here. Whoops.
Yeah, that was it. Is that Tyler, the Creator?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pull those off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something to look out for. I know we got hit up about fall 21 trends already. Not ready to discuss at any type of length, but this is
one.
This is something that you could look out for. You know who else might be wearing some Mary Janes soon is Lucas Hedges and Tommy Dorfman. They stepped out in Brooklyn in what has to be the most just awesome paparazzi shot of 2021 so far.
Who is this?
Lucas Hedges. You've seen him in movies.
I'm sure. Can we make it bigger?
Manchester by the Sea.
That's what she said. Got him, Randy.
Let's see. Can we make it bigger?
Are they fucking with the paparazzi?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Lucas Hedges is a guy that has been kind of open about how he feels pretty fluid with his sexuality.
Yeah. All right.
Doesn't fit into any one box, straight, gay, or bisexual. But I think that this picture would indicate that he is seeing Tommy Dorfman. What I love about this is that regardless of why they chose to get dressed like this, self-expression, or it's breezy and comfortable in hot New York or whatever else, I like it because it sometimes some of the shit that I choose and that I buy and that I want to wear is expressly for other people being like, what the fuck is that?
Then you need to go Mary Jane. You need to go Mary Jane.
You know, and so Lucas Hedges going out in like knee-high boots and cut-off denim shorts and a bucket hat that he stole from Blossom is just like next level shit. You know what I mean? Like this is the caption here from "You've Got No Mail" on Instagram, by the way, is pretty good as well. I'll pick out one of these lines that I liked. I could make a podcast about this photo. Like, are they going to an orgy or the farmer's market in 1975 or 2021? Coincidentally, the best farmer's market and swingers parties are in Park Slope, Brooklyn. So shouts to Lucas Hedges and Tommy Dorfman. This is competing with, we now have this photo, and we have Taika Waititi hanging out on the balcony with
the throuple
with Rita Ora and Tessa Thompson. Both just this is what I'm here for, summer 2021.
Yeah.
I want more of this. Just split our brains in half, celebs. Like, get back to doing what you're good at doing. So we got that.
Was there any follow-up to that throuple? Are they really still together? Is that a thing, or are they just fucking around for photos?
Phil, I don't know. What happens at a all-night party in Sydney, Australia stays in Sydney, Australia.
Okay.
Because you remember when we looked at that photo and there was that guy kind of off to the side and we decided he was not a part of it?
Yeah.
Well, like later that week or the next week, he was photographed making out with Tessa Thompson on the street in Australia.
This is what I'm talking about. That's the follow-up.
That's the follow-up.
Right. There's more
to it. Look, I think that when you're a sexy celebrity, I just think that all things are going and happening all at the same time.
Right.
And it doesn't, just
all happening.
Just all happening.
Okay.
You can interpret that in however you wish. Phil, before we get out of here today, I got one more question to throw at you here. Are button-up shirts ever coming back?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is good timing. And we didn't talk about this.
And I don't mean, obviously camp collars are big right now, but I mean button-up shirts.
Listen, this is beautiful timing. This was in my head, and we're just communicating. So I have been on the hunt for the past week because we've been going through all of the old Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown. And that guy can wear a button-up and make it look very casual.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've been looking for something similar to what those type of fits that he's pulling off. He's very tall, so it's much easier for him. So you're going to have something that's either custom made or heavily tailored. But yeah, I think they are coming back. but not like the heavy print. Like the one that I want to find is something with some sort of spread collar, loose fabric, not linen, white.
Not linen.
Not really linen. I think linen it's so hard to not wrinkle, and you end up looking like a mess.
Yeah, I was asking
it's too loose, too flowy.
So I pulled a few shirts out of the closet today to decide whether to keep, sell, donate, whatever. And it's stuff that I haven't worn in a while. And some of it was there were a couple of short sleeve button downs. There were a couple of long sleeve button ups, right? The short sleeve button up with a real shirt collar felt very stuffy around the neck.
Yeah, I hate that.
Because now that the camp collar is so prevalent and the collar is all opened up and got a lot looser, I'm so used to that now.
Yeah.
That the higher collar felt really weird on me. And so I still kind of liked the way it looked, but I was like, this collar is just messing with me. This is uncomfortable. Like, it's one of the great things about the camp collar is that it lets your neck breathe more like a t-shirt. Then one of the other shirts that I tried on though it's a solid light blue button up, but it's kind of got a patchwork thing going. It's Old Gant by Michael Bastian, actually. And I felt like I put that on, blue button up, right? Just it still looks good. It's still such a classic look. And I was like, man, when was the last time I put on a long sleeve button up?
Yeah.
It's been so long. It's all t-shirts and camp collars and sweaters and hoodies and like, you know what I mean? Like,
are you always rolling up?
I was usually rolling sleeve.
You're rolling sleeve.
I was rolling sleeve.
So that's a real struggle for me. See, there he is. That's a decent example, but he wears these white button downs. Even that check is not bad. So the rolling sleeve, I kind of I feel like I'm a child when I get it above the elbow and kind of, scrunched up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's where I end up doing it. And then if I leave it down here, I have these little baby wrists, and it accentuates the baby wrists. There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, so just to keep spinning off of this particular blue button down. When I was working at Barney's in 2012, 13, in that era, Gant was big, Rag and Bone was big, Mark by Marc Jacobs. I had a lot of button-up shirts, basically. I was having, we're short kings, and I was getting pretty good deals on the shirts. I was having my sleeves altered on every single shirt I bought. I was just having the sleeves shortened because a button-up shirt where the cuff hangs down to your fingertips is not good. And then if you cuff it and it's all scrunched up because there's so much fabric, that's not good. And then when you roll it up, there's too much fabric, and so you get a really big cuff and it's still too scrunched up at your elbow.
Terrible.
And that's not good either. So this blue shirt is one that I had tailored for the sleeves to be right. And that's very important. You want to be able to undo that button on the sleeve cuff and have it hang and have it hit right at your wrist bone there. Like that's a key piece of going back to a long sleeve button up, I think, is having that sleeve right so you can roll it up and it looks good. You can cuff it once and it looks good, or you can just let it hang and it looks good.
Did you have to have the sleeve tapered after that because they're bringing it up to?
So I never went that far, but I mean, yeah, if you really want to go all in, you could definitely do that. But yeah, I'm definitely trying on these shirts. I'm looking for an opportunity to rock long sleeve button up again, because it's after so many years of just like getting hit in the head with streetwear and like casual athleisure and like all this comfort. Like I love that, but like, we've talked about how 2021 is it's hot back summer and we're going out and it's a year of yes, and I think I just have that. I feel like pulling out these long sleeve shirts and being like, I like this button up look, man. I feel like I'm classed up.
It feels better than
good.
I get worried about wearing. I mean, not really, but I wear a lot of t-shirts.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that you can't do in a t-shirt. Certain meetings you can't
Sure.
take. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm, I feel like that's my first step into maybe getting more dressed up.
Yeah.
As this year continues and progresses.
That's a good look right there. See how he's got it tucked in. It looks casual. He's got it unbuttoned down a bit. He's right at the elbow.
This is another thing. I think GQ wrote about this, but like buttons on button-ups, buttons on button-up shirts, just like leave 3 or 4 undone. That's the move right now.
Mm-hmm. Seinfeld also did a thing about this. But they were buttoning up. They're going way up.
Yeah. I think that's an Anderson's braided belt right there. If you're looking for a little.
So what do you think we're looking at here? Is that a spread collar that is, I mean.
That is a spread collar. So
yeah.
this is. I can't tell if that's like a straight up like sports shirt.
Right.
Like,
is it a dress shirt?
Or is it a dress shirt?
Right.
It's a little dress shirty, but the fabric, it doesn't look stiff. It doesn't look crisp.
And the collar it's a smaller collar than you would see at a dress shirt, because if it was a dress shirt, it would come up.
True.
On his neck.
Yeah. So I don't know where he's getting that type of thing.
Man, he is the greatest. Was.
Yeah.
Check him out.
That's another one right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks pretty casual. One of the brands that pops up that comes to mind is, I want to say, Frank and Eileen. Do you remember this brand?
Let's see.
I do not know if they still got a website. So that's positive. Let's see. I'm pulling it up here. Looks like maybe they're only women's now, though. They definitely used to have men's. But they kind of specialized in this this kind of breezy, button-up look that was like either, kind of a loose weave cotton or.
What is that? It looks like they just forgot to iron it.
That was the look though on these Frank and Eileen shirts, like that.
Look at it.
Yeah, raw hemmed, pre-wrinkled.
It's all wrinkled.
Yeah. They got your size. Tell you what, this might be where you start.
I'm thinking of a brand here that I need help with. They're out of Atlanta. They have a store in Dallas.
Sid Mashburn.
Sid Mashburn, I think, would have something.
That's probably right. Maybe Billy Reed. Maybe Todd Snyder. I think that's where. I wish Gant Rucker was still around. Not that I was shopping them towards the end, but
I'm still traumatized by the
They'd
Todd Snyder pants.
I wish you.
I really should have brought those in. It like on me.
Yeah.
They were comically large.
I can't wait till sale season rolls around. I might have to try them just to see.
Just do it. That's my motto for the year.
Okay, so I think are we announcing? Are we announcing that we're bringing the button up back?
Yeah, I would like to announce that right here, right now.
Right here, right now, we're bringing back long sleeve button up shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with a button down shirt.
That's correct. Yeah. Which means that the collar buttons down.
Thank you for that education. I had no idea that's what that meant.
Yeah.
Seriously, when you went over that was good.
All right. That's all we got for today. Go check us out. Thank you to Headspace and our other sponsors today. Check out the Headspace app. Get all your meditation needs. Check us out on the gram at Club Cool Pod, and hit us up on Patreon, patreon.com/clubcool. It is the last week of the month, which you know what that means. I've waited till the end of the month to do all of my homework, and now you'll get it all in one blast over the course of 6 or 7 days here. 2 tiers to join, starting at only $2 a month, plus you can get it even cheaper than that if you pay for the whole year at once. Get access to our Discord, which is constantly popping off about all the latest and greatest, and who knows what. Let's see what's in there right now. I got some mentions in here right now. People are talking about the latest J. Crew sale, what they picked up from there. We got some Bando boys talking about hot new bandanas. New shoe pickups, the Paperboy 992s. I mentioned my neutral gray ones in there. They're just it's all sorts of good stuff. Pop into the cord. Get access to that again by joining us on patreon.com/clubcool. Hit us up wherever you want, and we'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.